first woman who has come forward in public with a claim that Cain harassed her when he was head of the National Restaurant Association in the late 1990s. We're going to hear from that woman, Sharon Bialek, and her attorney, Gloria Allred, in a moment. But first, here's ABC's chief investigative correspondent, Brian Ross, with more on Cain and his accuser.
Good morning, George. Well, the allegations come from a Chicago woman who had lost her job with the National Restaurant Association and went to Washington in hopes that Cain could help her find a new position. Instead, she says, she found Cain had upgraded her to a luxury hotel suite and wanted to get very personal. Cain remained defiant in an appearance on Jimmy Kimmel Live overnight.
I'm in it to win it, and I'm not going to be discouraged.
And he refuted the allegation.
There's not an ounce of truth in all of these accusations.
The incident is alleged to have happened 14 years ago outside the National Restaurant Association in Washington, where Cain was CEO. Described in graphic detail by Sharon Bialek, it was a blonde bombshell.
Instead of going into the offices, he suddenly reached over and he put his hand on my leg, under my skirt. He also grabbed my head and brought it towards his crotch. I was very, very surprised and very shocked. I said, "What are you doing? You know I have a boyfriend. This isn't what I came here for." Mr. Cain said, "You want a job, right?" I asked him to stop, and he did.
The allegation against Cain is now the fourth involving women who knew him through the Restaurant Association. A lawyer for one of the other women says the alleged conduct was similar to what happened with his client.
Not exactly the same, and I'm not authorized to give specifics, but the conduct is similar, and it's corroborating evidence for the complaint my client filed.
Cain ducked reporters' questions about the new allegations Monday, which his campaign called completely false. Later on a radio program with Bill O'Reilly of Fox News, he said his wife was disgusted by the media's handling of the allegations, but not with him.
She is still 200% supportive of me, and she is still 200% my wife.
So when you know that all of this is totally fabricated, you go from anger, then you get disgusted.
You think the other candidates will follow suit and hire women to charge them with sexual harassment? If they're smart, they will.
Overnight, the Cain campaign described Sharon Bialek as a person with a history of severe financial difficulties and questioned who was paying for her lawyer, Gloria Allred, who they said was a longtime contributor to Democratic Party causes.